a huge piece of that puzzle. They're going to take that away. No more catalyst for some of those more high-flying antics, but we could see the gaps filled in other ways. As we go down the line, though, Solus also going to be banned out. I love this spot.
Man count back. Otherwise, it's entirely down to gunfights through so small positions. He's got no intel. He's second-guessing himself. No decision on where he wants this nade to land, and it blows up in his face. Not a lot of damage done, but Alamal will then move up the house stairs. Knows there's somebody inside a dragon. Trix goes down. Oh, a great flick onto Hisham, but there's the trade they needed. Geekay have the man advantage, and with Leader establishing that kill, their lead is not erased.
And that's the biggest issue right there is, yeah, Alamal gets a lot of heavy lifting done, and there for just a split moment is able to equalize, but Geekay, so many people in place. Well, some nice utility management here from Leader, so he'll seal the door to Terrace. Only 20 seconds remain for G2 to try and get in, and once again, just showing how difficult these offensive sides can be on Skyscraper.
Struggling to push through doorways, through very linear positions, and they've got a disadvantage as well. Geekay either have to throw or Virtue's got to get some huge picks entering into the site. The minibar player does end up falling, but Doki does as well. First defense going the way of Geekay, and the individual plays they try and open up a new angle, and it will into Geisha, but Leader's pulled back. He's playing on the doorway into the interior. Big kill from Doki as Key gets a little aggressive on that shrine window. Man advantage, claw back, and oh, but no! Not a response, instead Geekay steal it away from G2.
Noodle feeling himself on that one. The shoulder check right into the swing. Practically perfect mechanics as he only gets tagged twice there, I think. Alamal, though, will be able to bring it back to an equal position. Now start paying attention to this drone game. They only have 3 drones, and this is when things get really risky. You have to start trying to fly blind. Doki's going to try and move his way in. Sees Leader, slips it through the cracks. He'll be able to Adrenal Surge him back up. Might be able to take one extra round out of that, but it's going to get pretty risky here. Alamal, with very minimal time, has to try and get this bomb planted. He must swing in. They'll try and flood their way in from T2, but they'll lose Doki in that process. Virtue trying to fly through. Alamal now with a goo mine in his foot. We saw this in the last game. We might have a repeat, but he'll be able to get the plant going, and he'll have to immediately hop off the case after Virtue goes down. Window, Uno trying to assist with some of the angles over here towards Geisha. Now it's up to Doki to try and swing things through, but he's got a lot of angles to check. Hisham will go down. G2 will have the man advantage for the very first time in this set. It's looking much more solid than what we saw previously, and it's all because they are playing the same portion of the map actively this time around, Carter.
Overwhelming force going the way of G2. You have somebody playing the karaoke repel, flashbangs going into the Geisha window, and Doki pushing in through the Geisha breach. That's the coordination we need to see from G2 to clear these positions, and then they get a kill on Hisham just to make things even better. Benja catches Noodle rotating over by the shrine position. Unequivocally the strongest round for G2 up until this point, but can they keep the advantage? Will they choke it away? He's taken down Doki, but there's still a minute remaining. Plenty of time for G2 to close out this round, even with intel being relayed to Key. Knows someone's just creeping up through the T position. Instead, it's Benja Master who spots him. A 3K in round 3 from Benja, but a basically flawless.
Oh. Well, Uno's going to see the Kicks Elysian over there, so they'll know that he's around the area. Hisham's going to take a little bit of damage from the nade of Benja. Still has another one of those pocket as well. Be able to breach this wall, open and a nice find there from Virtue. Once again, it's going to be down to the patience as they clear out Geekay here. Try and force them back and make things a little bit more difficult for them. Hisham will be able to take out another drone, but that's not a kill that they so desperately need, and that's a huge moment there from Benja as they are dissecting Skyscraper right now.
Again, the patience from Benja. He's been in that position for a minute and a half and finally finds his man. Another 5v3 established for G2. Last time GK were in this position 1 round ago, they only got 1 kill, and G2 converted the advantage in the opening pick acquired so early on with barely any sweat by the end of the round. And here they reset again. Use those Selmas that Virtue still has to open up an angle between Terrace and Shrine. Cut off some of the most powerful rotations the defense has. Often they can stop the attack on those 2 doorways, but this time it is an angle for the benefit of G2.
30 seconds remaining. There is a Remmel possibility here for GK.
A bomb has been lifted.
He swings in. He'll be able to take down Doki. He continues the tirade, but Alamau has the opportunity, not able to take him down though. They know this player has to be around the area, but they don't have any nades. Noodle will take one, but it's a 2 versus 3 now. Leader tucked in behind Dry Bar, knows he has 2 over on the trophy side. They'll swing through, but what a find from Alamau. They only need a home for this case now, Carter. Alamau knows they have to try and hunt him down. Him and Benja go for the full clear of the site. They won't even let him exist.
Into Geisha, the Leaders dodge those bees. He's tucked in the corner and Doki's distracted by a player down below. He pushes forward. They don't know about Leader's position. He plays so patient with those bees and now retakes control of Geisha. But G2 still have plenty of angles, all dismantled by Key and Noodle. Right as Uno turns away, that's when Leader gets his second in round 5. GK, just with a little bit of patience and a little bit of luck, have stopped the momentum from G2 in round 5. Benja forced out of the building. Key holding the angle with a shotgun. 1 HP doesn't matter. 1 slug will do it.
G2 have to be happy with this prime position that they've built. And one of the Kunai down here. Leader's gonna go for the swing, but oh, count your lucky stars there, Lead. You should have been dead to rights, but fortunately enough, it's gonna be Hashom actually that gets a kill down low. I think Doki tried to sneak up the stairwell and was found instead from Hashom's position as he was patiently waiting behind the sushi bar downstairs. Alamau also trying to follow suit here, but no follow-up necessary as Hashom has already vacated the premises.
Uno will now repel in, but Leader just around the corner. Probably gonna go for the swing, but Uno is ready for it. The patience of a Leader right there, but the frags from GK, the young guns coming alive and keeping G2 on their toes. Hashom now hitting the flank on the top floor. Key so desperately wants to swing this breach, and the crosshair placement works. Dome's Virtue outside of the house wall. Another shot by Trix to make this a 1v3 for Uno. Hashom hitting him from the back, and someone else in minibar. Oh, it's so over.
These are blows from this defensive prospect, but as of right now, nothing really to say. G2 only have that logic bomb going off in their pocket, waiting the arrival of GK as it's warming up now. You can see that it was going to be a bathroom offense this entire time, and Noodle will finally swing through.
He'll make it in, but Key down with the diffuser as they've never cleared out Geisha. It might seem like it's all going GK's way, but they failed to clear out that top floor, and they walk into the angles held by G2. Likely a flawless round unless Hashom can just pick off 1 impactless frag. There's plenty of defenders on G2 that could die to 1 DMR shot, but he doesn't even get the chance. Able to just get a 5v4 by bypassing a gunfight. Hashom lose a lot of HP to start, and he's also used both of his nades. He's got some backup, but where GK normally can consistently find this opening pick and hit a gap early on with Noodle's first nade. He takes down Uno, and now GK have something to work with.
Oh, especially after Doki goes down. I think Doki was trying to hold things down low, but Noodle slips through the cracks. Another frag grenade out. That could have been a detriment to Benja, but he's going to try and replace things over on the restaurant stairs. Try and hold down this rotation and make it to where they can't try and force their way up top. With that logic bomb out, Benja might be in some hot water now. Should be a known quantity, but we're about to find out. Let's see how this swing goes as he walks up. He'll take out the Finka, but it's an immediate trade for Noodle as it's a triple kill for him so far in round 8.
He's got everything for GK, all the credit for their way into round 8. Looking to move up 5-3, but 30 seconds left. Alamau's got 1 smoke remaining, but can the defense set up a crossfire? How many gaps will GK leave that G2 can exploit? They've got this side, the main stairs locked down. Alamau still holding out behind the black stair shield. Leader shut out for just a few more seconds, but then he can move in and start putting that case down with only 13 seconds left. That T player, never mind, I was gonna say he needs to go big. He goes quietly into that dark goodnight. 5-3 now for GK.
So keep GK at the gates for now. Noodle going to try and be the man of the hour, be the X factor for GK as he has been on a round-to-round basis. Try and push his way into Geisha here soon, but they're very worried about the prospect of Uno still trying to hold things down in this area, and why wouldn't you be? Uno still trying to play actively, and he'll get 1 for his troubles. Gets it down to the 3 versus 3 here with a minute remaining.
And Hashom just around the corner of a 3v2.
Attackers recovered the bomb diffuser.
Alamau knows this risky position because of that kill Hashom acquired earlier. He knows that he cannot move. He cannot rotate back through Shrine, because if he does, Hashom is there right waiting. He'd have to get the pick. He'd have to be aiming true. Doki down low. Hashom creeps forward. He pre-aims correctly. 3v2 established, and Doki, low HP. Diego as well, also inside of Terrace. The rotation is anything but secure. He's trying to use this long angle to get the pick, but Key storms on in. They just need to play the trade to move to match point, to force 3 rounds in a row from G2. Benja waits, knows time is on his side, drops the case. One of the most important 1v1s Hashom's ever taken! And he gets stunned by Benja Master!
They're constantly entering the angle of the Geekay offense. We're doing his damnedest to try and propel this team forward through this far side of the map. A missed shot there from both respective parties as Doki's shot will go wide too. Hashom taking quite a bit of damage, and Geekay have to try and get one of these big picks, but it actually goes the way of the defense first.
Geekay just locked out of the bomb site. Even when Noodle tries to swing in, he's cut down by Doki. A player who's been quiet in comparison to Benja Master, but flirting with his second engagement. He's certainly been in a good spot in round 10. A 1v5 for Hashom as G2 in prime position to even the man count in the scoreline overall. 5v1, what are you to do?
They continue to try and smack their head against this metaphorical wall. Might become a real one here soon, as they'll eventually have to take the fights, but Trix will be able to at least take out Uno. It's going to open things up a bit as Noodle will break down the door here on the black side of things. Stuns out the hallway, Leader with a big kill. Now GK, how are we going to open up the rest of this site? They've got top control, but please remember that that site is downstairs. And yes, Virtue indeed with a big moment, as he'll be able to take down Noodle.
One player going for the trade though. Oh, he's only put to 1 HP and he drops down successfully. GK aren't able to reestablish that man advantage as the Frost makes it back to the site. Trixed also alone down below. If somebody from G2 peeks up or he dies as he walks in the site, they could regain the man advantage, but a huge heads-up play from Leader. Finds one, but only 7 seconds left. 2v2, Key, he's got the man with the diffuser, but there's nobody to cover! G2 keep control of the barbecue round!
All the balcony work, as well as the drones to start things off. That's what you always see on Skyscraper, and a huge misread here from Hashom, as Benja Master will get a huge kill over on the black balcony.
For the first time this tournament, it seems we see GK unsure. We see them making mistakes, making individual plays, or making them and being punished unequivocally. Major champs, Gamers 8 champs, it might mean one thing, but when you're the best team in the world, that is when the competition is the most fierce. Key sees a deployable shield, backs off the gunfight. Drone taken, but Alamau looking to seek an engagement. Oh, the shots miss, only barely. Benjo looking to shut GK out of Skyscraper. 2 kills for him in this round. Still getting on the aggressive, still keeping GK on their toes.
No answer so far here from GK. Doesn't seem like there's going to be either. Might just go quietly into the night on this one, although an adamant effort. Nice find there from Key. Won't be able to get the follow-up though, and it's Leader in a 1 versus 4.
Leader in a difficult spot. Gotta bring it back almost entirely. It seemed 5-3, potential 6-3 in their grasp. That GK might do the impossible. Beat some of the fiercest competition we have in Atlanta to make their way into playoffs. But at a 1v4, G2 knowing his position, Leader will pick up 1, but the miraculous Swiss run will not be over, but it will be a little less impressive. Alamau just holds close with a shotgun. That's all he needs to do at this point. Just swing, okay. Let's not start throwing. Just 1 HP, but as he vaults in, it's over. G2 make main stage, and GK are not out of it. They've certainly impressed, but the flawless run ends here as they take their first map loss.